Welcome back to the Jason-athon. We've been through the first 6 movies in the Great Friday the 13th slasher cycle. Today we are going to be finishing up with all of the other movies that are part 7 through, part 12. Alright, here we go. Now it gets good again. We got Friday the 13th part 7, The New Blood. That, in my opinion, is the best Friday the 13th title of any of them. But this movie was amazing. This is the one where someone actually finally has the balls to take out Jason herself. And that person, I think her name is Tina Gray, don't quote me on that. But really, this movie brought back the Friday the 13th genre with a creative tone. It had stuff that I liked, had stuff that I didn't like, but overall I enjoyed this film. It was creative, and I like that once in a while, and I would definitely give this movie a 4-star out of 5 rating. Friday the 13th Part 8 dawned. Oh my god, this movie does not even deserve a review. New York has a new problem. The problem is that this movie was made. 8 is the number of minutes it took me to realize that I had been sucked in to the horrible realms of hell. This is absolutely dreadful. 8 minutes to realize this was bad, 13 minutes to commit near suicide. Oh my god, this movie was horrible. The worst acting of all time. Possibly. Especially, that guy, the main character's dad, he has got to be the worst actor of all times for many reasons. The way he says Jason Voorhees is dead at one point, it's so unbelievable. And when he's apologizing for some guy's dad's death, it's so unbelievable. Maybe it was supposed to be unbelievable, but this was not worth it. This movie does, however, have one of the best scenes of all time where someone's head gets knocked off by Jason by a punch, but that does not help it whatsoever. This movie is only viewable for those 10 seconds. I am serious. It is worthless and a piece of shit. This is where it died. The whole thing, it's over. Done, pathetic, done, it's over. This movie killed the whole series, and it is the reason why I don't like Jason X. Now, this movie has nothing memorable. I remember nothing about it. I remember a few kills. They were not very good. I remember some horrible, absolutely dreadful acting. But that's okay, because this movie is so great. I mean, come on. You can't go wrong with Jason being sent to hell and people eating his heart and walking around killing people and then trading the heart to other people. No, you can't go wrong with that. You know what? This is just a great movie. I didn't mean any of that. You know, this movie is just hardcore. We all love it. Well, no, it's horrible. It sucked back then, and it sucked now. This is the worst Friday the 13th movie, in my opinion, and it doesn't even rank 1 star. It doesn't even deserve a star, but my God. It is just horrible, and it's all because you don't know what's going on, you don't know how something is going somewhere, you don't know who's who, and the directing is just awful. Alright, now this really isn't fair to be reviewing this movie like I am, because the other one before this sucked so much. So it enabled me to see how bad movies were, and, well, partially it is fair because I can't believe that they had the audacity to do this. They put Jason Voorhees in space? Come on, you can't do that. I mean, Jason Voorhees belongs in Camp Crystal Lake. It's like putting Jason in Manhattan like they did. Now, where did that lead? It led nowhere. However, I will say that this movie had some funny parts, and it does increase the rating a lot, and it was enjoyable. But really, overall, as some woman says in the movie, this sucks on so many levels. 3 stars out of 5. 2 stars. Now, after the horrible suckage of the, final 3 movies of the series, the idea for a new Jason movie was out of the question. So, really, they needed to reboot the series. So, they decided to combine with another series that was also in the bag. And if you saw the end of Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy's glove comes out and takes Jason's mask. But then when people saw Jason X, they didn't know what happened. Is this supposed to be a sequel? Like, what happened? Well, this is what happened in between these 2 movies. And what I have to say is that this is pretty funny. I like this movie. It was pretty enjoyable, and it got a pretty good rating on IMDb, too. I think it was like a 6.4 last I checked. But, really, this movie has everything that I wanted in it. It had some funniness, it had some scares, it had real, live action scenes, it had some good music, and I enjoyed it. And the first time I saw it, I actually had to turn it off 3 times before I could watch it fully, because it scared me so much. But some of it is just stupid, but we're supposed to see that in these 2 series. So I'm going to end up with this saying that it is pretty good and that it definitely belongs with your Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street DVD collection. Definitely a 3.5 star, maybe even a 4-star rating. It was pretty good. And then came the remake of the first film. It was kind of a remake of the first 3 films. Because it had things from each of the first 3 films in it. I really enjoyed this film. It had everything that I wanted, and it was really impressive. And really, I can't believe that they even had the audacity to make it, but they did. And really, what I got out of this was great. I have never even heard of this director. I forgot his name. But they also picked a pretty good Jason, and it's really funny, it's really scary, it is everything that is wanted, and definitely when this movie comes out, go and buy it. And I saw this at midnight, opening day, and it was definitely worth it. And really, go and see this movie while you still can. This is the reincarnation of the horror genre, and even though it's just another remake, it's a good one, and we have not seen that yet. So definitely go and see this movie. This is possibly the best Friday the 13th movie yet, but that might be going too far. So I'm going to give it 4.5 stars, just in a dead tie with Friday the 13th Part 3. This is really good. Alright, we've seen it all. We've seen it from the very beginnings, to when Jason dies, to when he's reincarnated, to when he dies again, to when he's in Manhattan. We even see him in space. We even see him coincide with another series. We even see his films remade. And overall, after all of this, he is definitely still my favorite slasher. And we all hope that a new movie of his is going to be coming very soon. Stay tuned. The Lightning Bolt could come out with a new review or any type of video at any time. Yeah, that's me, the ugly picture of me up that you're looking at right now. Yeah.